Greetings, Earthlings! This is the very first official video from the grand opening of the Real Tough City server. It is a private server, because there are certain groups that would love to grief the hell out of it. And so there's very strict rules on getting on, and to be frank, if you're mindful of others and are a decent Minecraft player, it's stupid easy to meet the stupid easy requirements. Anyway, we got a little project that we're doing on the version that will not be uploaded for the general public for now. As this world progresses, it will be saved and uploaded to a mapping site so you can download as things become more developed. Anyway, we're here at the mall, and I left it blank on the downloadable version, and at this time it's not available as I speak, so you can do as you please. And over here you can see you got a section all fenced off. That's because it will now be the future site of the shopping mall and REoL Land parking garage. And that's REoL Land, the amusement park over there. Keep in mind, if you do want to join this server, you gotta leave me your Minecraft name, and any links to videos or just your YouTube page will be fine. And you'll be put up for consideration, and griefing will not be tolerated one bit. I have ways, not without using whitelisting, to make sure that bad people don't come here. Anyway, here it is again, and every major entrance and exit has a sign pretty much next to it. And what we're going to have here, it'll be a bit overkill, is that we are going to have a 7-story parking garage. It is very loosely based off the Worcester Gallery of Fashion Common Outlets, one that used to exist. Well, and one that still does when property was redeveloped. There will be 2 levels underground, 4 covered levels, and of course the open one on the very top. And it goes from here to all the way down, and we got TNT in increments of 3x3 grid, and that'll go all the way down, all the way this way. It's going to be fun to see how the server will handle this. The neat thing about this server, and one other user of this server has also said the exact same thing, is it's almost as if you're playing on your own computer. In terms of the lag, there's almost 0 lag in this. If you notice when I hit something, like if I hit this pig, instant. Usually there's like a wait time. There's a very, very, very tiny delay. Don't even really notice it. Yes, there are lag spikes. That happens. It's a multiplayer online server after all. This is the best server in terms of performance I've ever been on. And like I've said, other people have been on here and agree with that. Anyway, that'll make this interesting, because we got TNT. 1 here, and 3 blocks below that one is another charge. That makes the 2-story pit in which the lowest 2 levels of the garage will be located. So, I've bored you enough. I'm gonna go hollow out more of this stuff and come back when we're almost ready to go. Well, it looks like it's another fine morning in REoLville, and finally we got all the TNT laid out for us. It's quite a grid. It's close. It's close enough, and in some instances, not in a perfect grid pattern. Not low enough. There we go. And they're close enough to cause a chain reaction, and will blow everything to Kingdom Come up to this point here, or so that's how it's supposed to work. I've done this several times before, and it worked perfectly fine, so I'm not sure how this is working now. Oh, and if you hear a gurgling sound, that's my air conditioner running in the background. It doesn't gurgle, but that's the way the microphone picks it up. You might even hear a bona fide air sound. Anyway, here's this. Let's see how this server handles a crapload of TNT going off. Although I will tell you that it is purposely designed to not all go off at once. Well, it went a bit too far. The game literally crashed out as soon as the first couple of detonations went off. So unfortunately, we kinda don't have video of most of the explosions, which sucks. But in a nutshell, actually, this may be approximately exactly how deep I want it. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it actually is about the right depth. A little much in a couple of spots, but for the most part, this is exactly, that's actually the depth that we want. And now that we've got our primary base for this parking garage, with a few TNTs still not exploded, primary base done, it's time to start building the garage itself. Once I do one more. There we go. Did a pretty good job. Alright. We've done enough. Well, as you can see, I built some of the garage, and you can see why we made the ditch, so we could fit 2 floors underneath. It's a little wonky of a system, because, well, like anything I do, it's not exactly well designed. So while traffic flow might be a little off, to traverse up, you go on this set of ramps, to go down this set. And yes, just to be like a real parking garage, it is dark and creepy things happen. Just like a real parking garage. Anyway, when we did this detonation, which unfortunately the game itself crashed out when I did this, there was a chunk that's really in the way. I'm not even sure if it's gonna all blow up. And I'm just gonna alert somebody who's on here that for lag. There, just to let this other guy know that. Oh, wrong button. Oh well, it's not much, but well, fail. They're not really, that one won't. That's a little bit better. But you know what? We could always use more. This should do us halfway decent. And that didn't touch this one off. The other one worked so well. Too bad you didn't get to see 90% of it. Oh, you get the idea. Here's the parking garage. As you can see, I have intentionally left it dark enough that creepy things happen, just like in the real world. And that's what it kind of looks like for now. Come back when it's all pretty much all done. Alrighty, I've built this much of the parking garage, and there's a ramp system, and there's a ramp system going to be over here as well. I'm going to add a staircase here, and one over there. So it looks like it's underserved. Anyway, I realized I don't have a big enough hole, so we need to make a bigger hole. And I'm not 100% sure if this is going to even work, but I threw a bunch of TNT down just to be sure. And hopefully we'll have a chain reaction. At least that big chunk should disappear into oblivion. This part I'm not 100% sure. But I do that. So when I put one here and one here, they'll hopefully chain react. I promised you a big explosion, and the game crashed out when it happened. So let's see if this even works. Well, they all went off, but still have a big chunk over here that needs to go away. I'm not going to bore you with that, but I promised you a big explosion, and a big explosion you got. Yeah, I didn't quite go deep enough. Oh well. Well, here we are at the mall and REoL Land Amusement Park, and they both share this now completed parking garage. Let me fly around just to show you. We've got arrows showing which way to go. And this is what the parking garage looks like from afar. It's got 4 stairwell and ladder elevator bays, as you can see there. And nothing on the other side because, well, there is nothing on the other side. So let's show you what the innards kind of look like. We got ramp systems. However, it's a little wonky of a system because of the way it's laid out. And that if I made it any wider to accommodate two-way traffic, it would, that hill back there is a major hurdle. So you got up and down. And since the main transportation mode is going to be horses in this game as of 1.6 when it comes out, the parking spots are posts in which to tie your horse up to. And here's a barricade I forgot to take down when I was building. Didn't want anyone to come in and fall to their death. So you can go up and down these ramps. I went through this thing and I thought I got them all, and I didn't. So here's one of the bays. It's simple enough. You got stairs that go to each level. and a ladder elevator that takes you up and down. And of course, if you haven't seen this stupid simple system before, it's easy. Point in any direction. Typically I like to go face back, press either your backwards strafe left and strafe right button to climb, let go of all of them to go down, and push forward when you get to a floor that you like. Pretty simple. Okay, you've seen what an above ground floor looks like. Let's show you one of these subterraneans. As you can see, it's quite dark, and no, the monsters you have seen inside this garage is not a flaw. It's supposed to be like a real parking garage, a bit dark and a bit creepy, with questionable characters. So yes, you gotta be careful. It's intended. I didn't show you the roof deck. And there's a pig and a creeper on that floor. There's a sheep in here too. And here we are at the top. And this is what the upper deck looks like. Now, as you might have noticed, somebody else is on the server. So I can't show it to you what it looks like at night for now, but when the sun goes down, perhaps I'll come back and give you a little quick look. We don't have to look at it from the inside, because pretty much what you see is what you get. Might do a little quick inside look. Here's a nice view of REoL Land and sort of the shopping mall at night. And here's the upper deck at night. Looks pretty creepy, don't it? So, and this is what a intermediate level looks like in the dark. I mean, pretty much the same, just a little bit darker because it doesn't have any light from the outside. And of course you got your stairwell. Yeah, we're gonna take the stairs this time and fumble the keys, exit out here. And there you have it. This is the completed project with all the explosions and all that wonderful stuff. Terracing off the land here. Just enough room before we hit this lava field, which, well, of course, in creative I could just simply get rid of or turn obsidian for other people. And there you have it. And this is, if I made it wide enough to have fully functional traffic flow on the ramps, look at what I'd have to contend with. And I've already taken a sizable chunk out of the hill, as you can see right here. Goes more than halfway up the 7-story system. Anyway, that's the video on this parking garage here on the Real Tough City server. And this is JoJo551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.